Hey YouTube, this is HD Spectacular Battles back here again. This time I thought I'd do something a little different. Um, right now you're seeing my Pokemon playmat that I like to use a lot. Even though it doesn't match the deck that I like to use the most, but I just like this mat a lot because I think this Giratina is really cool, and the Dialga over there. But anyway, let's get started. Um, my favorite type is Grass type Pokemon. I absolutely love them, and I'm gonna show you the grass deck that I put together and the main Pokemon that it revolves around. Alright, so basically, got about what, 20 grass energies in total. So that's a good number, you know. It's a nice, decent amount. I have a total of 60 in my deck. The cards, I mean, not energies. Alright, so here's the main guy, Sceptile. Now, I only have one at the moment, but I did order another one, so it should be coming soon. Um, this Sceptile, I have to say, it's really good. Only, that dual cutter can do a lot of damage, and like you can just basically put them out there, flip 2 coins. You know, if you get both of those heads, bam, that's almost like an instant prize card. His other ability is actually really good too. The Leaf Supplier, you may attach a basic energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. It's actually really good. Nice HP too. So, this deck has two, but right now I only have one. So, this is one of the guys. Next, I have 4 Groviles. Some are different only because I like the abilities that the other ones have. Like this one basically is just one for just basically just doing as much damage as I can. With the quick attack, and then of course the cut. It's decent. I like this one. I use this one more than I use these 2 Groviles. This one is just more for stalling. With the detect. I'm just trying to basically gather up my cards, search up my Sceptile, bring them out as quick as I could. It's, basically just basic stuff. Next, I have 4 Tricos. This one I have 3 different ones, as you can see. Those are the 2 of the same, and then just these. To be honest, I actually ran out of Tricos, so that's the only reason why I have different ones. But as I looked at them, they're all pretty okay. Out of the ones that I use the most, it actually has to be the middle one, because these 2 are okay, but they really don't have any type of like ability. It's just basically doing damage. Energy Ball and Absorb really helped me out a lot. Absorb, remove a damage counter. Energy Ball, plus 10, and then I don't have to something about energy. I can pay less. And then this one is just more of like doing a little more damage. This one does the most damage out of all of these Tricos, but it's rare that I actually draw this one. Next up, I have 3 Scythers. I have this Scyther, and then these 2 are just basic Scythers. I got them in the Meganium deck, but I have no idea where my Meganium went, so I would have been using that, but I don't have it. I don't know where it went. I mean, after Image Strike, it's really good. During your opponent's next turn, Scyther would be damaged by an attack. Flip a coin if heads. Prevent that attack damage done to Scyther. This is the one I use more than this Scyther. This Scyther I use more for just, dealing out damage. So, it's an okay Scyther. But these 2 are the ones I use the most. This one's good, except, Slashing Strike's okay, but the only thing is I can't use it during the next turn. But I'm happy with it. Next up, I have 2 Paras's. These Paras's are good because, the Scratch is a basic, it does 10 damage. The Double Edged Claw, I like it. I just don't like that I do 10 damage to myself. But I actually do like these Parasites. You'd be amazed. These guys have actually helped me out in times. So they're really good. Try to do it as quick as I can. Next, I have two Parasects. Now, these Parasects can basically, if anything, I say my deck really revolves around these guys, even though it's supposed to be about Sceptile, but these guys actually help get me out of more jams than anything. Sleep Drain, I use it to basically just get almost all my HP back. Takes about 1 or 2 turns, depending on how much damage I've taken. Slash is good, nice damage, 60. So yeah, these Parasects I really like because they help me out tremendously. Next, I have two Tangalas. Tangela, because I really like to collect. You know, helps me build up my hand, helps me search out cards. Stun Spore the most because, you know, flip a coin of heads, they get paralyzed, you know. Good amount of damage too, 30. So, I'm actually very happy with that. The thing is, I actually only run one Tangrowth. Thing is, with Tangela, I like him, but I don't draw him as frequently as I do. So that's the only reason why I have one Tangrowth. Now, as you can see, his ability is really good. I mean, his attacks are pretty good. The Leaf Guard. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done to Tangela is reduced by 20. So it's really good. Then Swallow Up, I think. Yeah. Before doing damage, count the remaining HP of the defending Pokemon and Tangrowth. If the defending Pokemon has fewer remaining HP than Tangrowth, this attack does 120 instead. So you can see he does a lot of damage. But, the thing is, I don't really get him out too much, but he's a good card to have. This card does come out of nowhere at times, and I am able to play it, so I do get saved. So yeah, that's the reason why I have only one. Next up, I have a Cherubi. Basic Pokemon just does damage, Solar Beam Ram, nothing special. But I do have Cherum, not the Sun form. Not Sun form, but you know what I mean by Sunny Day. That Pokebody I actually like a lot. This helps out at times, only because if a Leaf or a Fire type Pokemon would be, damaged by any attack, it would be reduced by 10 without applying any damages or weakness or resistance. So that Pokebody is really good. And Worried Seed helps a lot too, only because I can get them confused and I can deal a little bit more damage than I normally would. So I actually really do like him. Next I have one Surskit. Nothing special. Basically I can just switch one of the bench Pokemon, and then when that one comes out, they're asleep. So basically if my opponent had a Pokemon, I'd switch it out with one of their bench Pokemon, and that bench Pokemon would be asleep. So I guess it's a decent card. That's not what I really use him for, but he's okay. Then I have one Masquerain. Masquerain's really good, only because I think there's times where I draw him more than I would draw Sceptile, but then you'll see with my supporters and trainers that I get Sceptile really quick, so only having one in the deck actually really is good. But Masquerain helps because of his 2 attacks, especially the second one here. That's 30 damage plus if you're, well, basically he's my counter more towards water Pokemon, even though this is a grass deck. It just does additional more damage towards water Pokemon that have water energies attached to them. Oh, no. I'm sorry. It just does more damage if it's a water type, and it gets them confused, so that's good. I like Masquerain. Next, I have a Nincada. He's okay. For some reason, I always draw him a lot, even though I only have one. So it's kind of like, wow. I'm amazed by this little thing. Helps me out at times too, especially when I evolve it to Ninjask, because Ninjask is very helpful. I mean, I don't actually have a Shedinja in the deck, but the chip off is actually really good. Only because sometimes people have a lot of cards in their hands, and basically, You know, if they have 6 or more and you attack, you do 30 damage, and then without looking or whatever, you just discard. They have to discard cards until they have 5. So he's a good way of like sometimes ruining people's strategies. So he's good. I like it. Next, I have one Carnivine. Carnivine, I like it because you know again he's like a recovery Pokemon. You know, remove a damage counter on him, but also he can poison people with poison breath. So I like that. So Carnivine, I draw him at times, but not too much. But you know, either way, it's a good Pokemon card. Next up, I have a Ladybug. Ladybug, you know, Ram, and then the Comet Punch is actually okay. Not too great. I have Ledian. He's really good because of quick draw. Does 10 damage and I get to get 3 cards. So that's what I really use him for, basically. Next, the card that actually helps me out a lot is Galactic Breedrill because of Fury Attack. Flip 3 coins for each head. I get 30 damage to this attack, total of 90. So it's really good. I like it. Next, and my last card for Pokemon is the SP Scizor. This Scizor is good just because it's a basic, and then, you know, the damage on the card is okay for a basic Pokemon to start. So he's a good starting guy. Alright, next, I'm going to go to my trainer cards. Got a double full heal, you know, it's really good. Pokédex, you know, look at the top 2 cards and then choose one of them and put into your hand and the other on the bottom of your deck, you know, basically searching for my Sceptile, basically. I have a Polka Tool, which is the leftovers. I like this because, you know, my deck really revolves around, like, you know, regaining your hit points back. So this helps. Then I have an Expert Belt, which just gives me an extra 20 HP and 20 more damage towards my attacks. Well, for my supporters, I have Pokemon Collector, which is really good. Search up 3 basic Pokemon, then put them into my hand. Professor Elm's training method, really good. Lets me search up an evolution card. So bam, there goes my Sceptile. Mom's Kindness, draw 2 cards. Bebe Search, everyone knows what this does, so really good card. Cynthia's Feelings helps out a lot too. You know, draw 4 cards, and then if they activate something, draw 4 more cards afterwards. You know, basic stuff. Last is my TV Reporter. Draw 3 cards and discard 1. It's really good. Helps me search out my Sceptile. There you go. Well, there you go, guys. That's my Pokemon deck, and thanks for watching, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, bye.